Have you ever had a hiccup in your confidence? On today's video, I'm going to show you what to do when that happens. Hi everybody, it's Jason Everett from Business Refuel, and if you're watching this video, I know a couple things about you. Typically, you have all the answers. People come to you when they have tough problems or big challenges that they can't solve themselves. You are the go-to person. I know that because you're watching this video and you're taking time to learn and invest in yourself and figure out problems before they even become problems. But what happens for you when you have a waver in your confidence, or a little bit of self-doubt creeps in, or maybe you're just in a slump, or maybe even you've just hit a plateau and all of a sudden you want to go to the next level, but you just haven't seen the results to back it up? Well, if you've ever had that little creep in of doubt that's taken you off your game as far as confidence, this is the video that you want to pay attention to. So how do you have 100% confidence amidst challenging times? Well, I'm going to tell you a little story about how I created some confidence in my life and how to continue to keep that going for me. Well, I used to be in improv comedy. And if you don't know what improv comedy is where people literally make up things on the spot. Imagine a room full of people, or an auditorium full of people, and you walk out on stage and you don't even know what you're going to say. They give you a couple of words and you've got to make up something that's A, funny, B, entertaining, and C, makes sense. Right? So how are you going to do that if you've never been put in that situation before? Well, at Business Refuel, we have a definition of confidence that's borrowed from a professional athlete that I absolutely love. And the definition is, confidence is knowing the outcome in advance. Right? Confidence is knowing the outcome in advance. But how can you know the outcome in advance if you've never been put in that situation before? Well, what we would do when I was doing improv comedy is we would drill and we would practice over and over and over again. In fact, even right before we'd go on stage, we'd spend the first 30 minutes before we take the stage again drilling and practicing and improving our skill even minutes before we walked out on stage. And so what would happen is we would actually condition into our bodies, into our minds, and into our mouths a reflex response, meaning that we knew that from all the practice and all the things that we had done, that our reflex response would be exactly the way we wanted it to be handled. So there's a couple things you can do to make sure that you tune in to that reflex response. Well, first of all, if you've got a little bit of self-doubt, you've got to figure out what is something that you are confident in. If I ask that question and you're unsure what that is, that means you need to write down a list. Okay, so number one, figure out some of the things that you are confident in now. Number two is you got to set yourself up for some easy wins. What I mean by easy wins is figure out some of those things you're confident in and do some of those things to help build up and boost your confidence. And then number three, when you're in the moment and it's the hottest situation, or it's the most difficult or the most challenging, what I would encourage you to do is remind yourself you've been in challenging situations before. You've come out okay, or you've come out on top, and you've been able to do it in the past, so why would now be any different? Now, you can only do that if you practice really hard, drill really well, and make sure that you condition yourself to give the correct reflex response. So I want to know from you. Those are the three ways that I would recommend that you do it, but I'm sure people like you have got some awesome recommendations. So in the comment section below, write down some of the ways that you boost your confidence or that you make more of your confidence every single day. And I want to know. So chat with me in the comment section below. And if you like this video, would you please do me a favor and click on one of the share buttons, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, or any other social media resource that you use. You can also find us at youtube.com/businessrefuel or facebook.com/businessrefuel. Until then, be confident and have an outstanding rest of your week. Take care.